The dip is a concept by 𝗕𝗹𝗂𝗃 that could change the way you see your challenges. I'll explain why your struggles might be the best thing that's ever happened to your businesses. And by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to keep going, I hope, when you feel like giving up. So grab a notebook because this is going to be powerful. The dip is that challenging, messy middle of any journey that's worth taking, and it's the point where excitement fades, obstacles appear, and progress feels painfully slow. For example, let's say you just launched a business, and at first you're on fire, you're creating content, making sales, and feeling unstoppable, but then the sales slow down, social media engagement dips, you're spending money but not seeing a return. I've been there, I'm still there sometimes. That's the dip, and that's where most people quit. But here's the thing, the dip isn't a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that what you're doing is valuable. Think about it. If it were easy, everyone would do it, right? The dip is what makes success rare, and that's exactly why it's worth pushing through it. Okay, first, why you're feeling stuck, and bear with me because not only do I have bad handwriting, I ran out of black ink. So let's talk about why you're feeling stuck. When you're in the dip, it feels like you're spinning your wheels and getting nowhere, right? You're posting on social media, but the algorithm isn't cooperating. You're putting in long hours, but the sales aren't matching your effort. It's exhausting, but the dip is completely normal. It's the part of the process that weeds out the people who aren't truly committed. And I know you're not one of those people. I thought I was, and I realized I wasn't, so you're not either. You're here because you want this, and let me tell you, wanting it is just half the battle. And there's different types of quitting. Okay, I need to get better with my cues. Quitting. I'm gonna get a black marker and get better handwriting. How about that? There's a difference between quitting and strategic quitting. Now, let's get real about quitting. Have you ever thought maybe this isn't for me? And that's okay. But the voice of doubt can be so loud. There's a big difference between quitting because it's hard and strategic quitting. Strategic quitting is when you realize that something truly isn't working. Maybe it's a business idea that's a dead end or a strategy that's outdated. That is okay. It's smart to pivot when necessary, but if your heart is still in it, if you still believe in the dream, then this isn't the time to quit. It's the time to dig deeper. For instance, when I started, I had this idea that everything would happen quickly. I mean, who doesn't want that? But I had to realize that success takes time, and I had to tweak my approach, learn new strategies, and keep going even when it feels like nothing was working. And that's not quitting, that is adapting. And you know what? If you want more encouraging videos on this topic, click on the playlist in the link below in the description if you want access to some of those videos. And I'll leave another link to a free digital planner for 2025. So next, this is a tough one. It's embrace the scarcity of success. Who wants to embrace scarcity? I don't. Here's something that changed my mindset. Success is supposed to be hard. I know that goes against the soft life and everything we're hearing, but if it were easy, it wouldn't mean much, would it? Seth says that the dip is what makes success valuable. It's kind of like a filter, and most people give up when things get tough, which means that the ones who keep going are the ones who get the rewards. Think about it. How many people start a business, face a setback, and quit? That is me 1,000 times over. And a lot of people do that. That's why there's room at the top for those who persevere. You're creating something unique for yourself and others, something that most people won't stick around long enough to achieve. Okay, so now, what is the solution, right? Because we want to know. It would help if this was open. How to push through the dip. Right? Ooh, that's some bad handwriting. You know what? I've always had horrible handwriting. since I was a kid, and I think it's worse for the younger generation because they don't write, they just text, and that's fine. So how do you push through the dip? I'll share 3 steps that have helped me and other people, other entrepreneurs, stay on course. Number 1, remember your why, right? Take a moment, reflect. Why did you start the business? I know we hear it all the time, but you always have to go back to that. Was it for financial freedom, to spend more time with your family, to create something meaningful, all of the above? Write it down and revisit it every time you feel like giving up. Your why is kind of like the fuel, I call it, like gas in the tank. Number 2, focus on just one thing. This one's huge. It's so easy to try to do everything at once, launch new products, post on every social media platform, chase every opportunity. But Seth says that the market rewards the best, not the busiest. So ask yourself, well, what's the one thing I can be world class at? Focus on that and the results will follow, right? Third, celebrate small wins. When you're in the dip, it's easy to focus on what's not working. But progress is progress. I don't care how small it is. I give myself a pat on the back if I just, I don't know, work for 5 minutes. But did you get more new followers today? 1 new customer? Celebrate it. It's worth it and you're getting closer to your goal. Now, I just want to remind you of this. If you're doing something, you're closer than you think. Did you hear that motorcycle that went by? You're closer than you think. Remind yourself that. I want you to imagine something just for 1 second. Imagine you're climbing a mountain. You're exhausted and the peak feels so far away. But what you don't realize is that you're only a few steps from the top. That's where most of us quit. I've done it in other ventures. Just steps away from success. So don't let that be you. You've already come so far. You're watching these videos. The late night sacrifices, the hard work, working after work on weekends, it's all leading to something amazing. And I promise you, it's closer than you think. Here's what I want you to take away with today, that the dip isn't a dead end, it's a test. And yes, you are going to pass that test. Remember your why, focus on your strengths, and celebrate every win. Success isn't reserved for the lucky or the talented or any of those things. It's for the people that keep going. That's all that matters. Thank you for watching this video with me today. If you found some value in it, please like it and subscribe if you haven't, and share it with somebody that you think would need it. And please leave a comment. I love all of the comments. It encourages me to keep going, and I try to answer all of them. Well, I do answer all of them because I don't have a whole lot. So there's no excuse for not answering. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.